back to Empower Her Business Podcast Soul Spot Series, bringing you food for your soul. This is a space to slow down, to set the noise aside, and to listen, not just for answers, but for truths. I invite you to settle in and relax by taking 3 deep breaths, letting your exhale be longer than your inhale. You see, this space was never about urgency. It was about noticing. And today we're going to let everything you've noticed settle in. So over the past 4 episodes, we've been moving slowly on purpose, not to arrive somewhere quickly, but to arrive honestly. So let's take a beat together and gently walk back through what's been unfolding. We begin with the pinch in our first episode, the quiet tightness in your business, the moments that feel heavier than they should, the places where you're doing fine but not feeling free. And instead of rushing to solve it, we asked a different question. What if this discomfort isn't a problem, but a message? What if it is not a sign you failed, not a signal to push harder, but simply information asking for your attention? And we moved on through to episode 2, where we slowed down even more. We looked at how your business holds you, or asks you to brace, to stay alert and stay on. We talked about the nervous system, about how exhaustion often isn't about motivation, it's about safety. And maybe, for the first time, you let yourself wonder, does the way I'm working actually allow me to exhale? From there, we turn inward in episode 3, toward worthiness, not as an idea, but as a foundation. We named how over-explaining, undercharging, or second-guessing often isn't about skill. It's about believing quietly that we have to prove or over-deliver before we will be trusted or valued. And maybe something softened when you realize you can clarify value and internalize more trust instead of over-delivery and underpricing. We moved on to episode 4, and here we talked about support. Not hustle systems, not rigid structures, but gentle systems the kind designed with you in mind. The kind that don't just organize your business, but actually return energy to your body. We named something important here. Relief isn't a reward. We also named that relief is a strategy. And finally, relief is one of the greatest mothers of innovation. So when we step back and look at all of this together, a pattern begins to appear. From the pinch to the bracing, the overproving, the longing for relief, none of this now means you're doing business wrong. It actually means you've outgrown the way things are currently set up. And outgrowing doesn't require shame, it requires support. So if you're listening to this and feeling a quiet recognition, not urgency, not panic, just clarity, like, yeah, you might be in a season of realignment, a season where pushing forward isn't the answer, and pausing long enough to choose what fits next is the answer. So my offer to you is an invitation. If these soul spa conversations have helped you see your business differently, and if you're noticing where things pinch, where you brace, where support could change everything, I invite you to reach out to me and let's talk. My contact information is in the show notes, and I invite you to schedule a private discovery chat. In our discovery chat, we'll look at your business with compassion and clarity. We would gently realign what's no longer supporting you and step into a guided space where insight gets translated into relief. That's what I want to bring to you most of all is relief. And this is just a safe space, a safe place to begin it with intention. I want you to know you have already done something powerful by listening, by noticing, and by honoring what's true for you. So we can let that be enough for now. And when you're ready, support will be waiting. As always, if today's reflection resonated, I'm so glad you're here. And if it stirs something quietly within, trust that too. We will continue this journey next time, but for now, this is enough. Rest where you can. Take care of yourself. And I'll talk to you soon on the next series of The Soul Spa. Be well. This episode is sponsored by EmpowerHER Bookkeeping and Advisory. Our boutique firm is for women founders who are tired of running businesses that feel chaotic and drain their passion. So if your business systems are pinching you like a shoe that no longer fits, please contact us today and book your private complimentary discovery call. Visit EmpowerHerBookkeeping.com and let the relief begin. You've been listening to the Empower Her Business Podcast. And before you go, I want to thank you for being here. If this episode supported you, please pay it forward. You can do that by hitting the follow button, rating us 5 stars, leaving a comment, and sharing us with others. This is how we ensure the podcast reaches more sisters in business. Until next time, I wish you the very best of joy, health, and wealth. Be well.